Welcome back to Trying Things in Vegas, except we are no longer in Vegas because we forgot to record. But don't worry, because we still got pictures and videos somehow.
Plenty.
So, in this episode, we are going to be going over the conference itself, which is the BEA NAB conference. I kind of forget what the acronym stands for.
Broadcast Education Association and National
Association of Broadcasters. Yeah. Thank you. And it is, if I'm not wrong, the largest broadcasting convention in the world.
It is, 100%.
So, fantastic. It was throughout the entire convention center. So, it took kind of a lot to get around. We'll touch on that in later episodes. But this was my first time going to the conference. This is your third?
Yes.
All right. So, from my perspective, I liked it. You had a variety of sessions through both NAB and BEA. They had their own kind of separate things going on. So you can go to sessions from each. One was a little bit more limited because it was more towards like already professionals, educators, people like that. So, but the ones that I did go to, I feel like they were pretty informative, but at the same time, it was a little not counterproductive. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but what I do want to say is that UINDY has given me a lot of knowledge. So to go to conferences and try to find knowledge that I don't already know is getting more and more difficult.
Right.
So as much as I liked the sessions, I wish that it just talked about more things that I didn't already know.
I agree. I 100% agree. Coming from someone who's been there the past 3 years, I think the sessions were okay. I was a bit let down from previous years because, like, my first year going specifically, I gained so much knowledge. Mm-hmm. I was also younger. I was also a sophomore, but I learned a lot, and it really was, like, beneficial to me. But this year, I was more so felt like I was benefited on the tech side because Ashley and Jackson and I had spent, like, 4.5 hours on the tech floor. We learned so much.
That's what I was going to touch on with my favorite part was the tech floor, because we already talked about the sessions a little bit. There's always something for you, whether it's content creation, social media,
sports,
a lot of AI,
weather,
a lot of sports, meteorology, news. There's something for you. You just have to find it, and you kind of have to go in there looking for what you want to learn. I think that was my one mistake that I would have wish I changed, was to kind of have an end goal in mind on what I wanted to learn, instead of being like, this session looks cool, I'll go to that. So other than that, they had tech floors. There's a BEA tech floor and an NAB tech floor.
Yeah.
The BEA tech floor, it was okay.
Yeah, it was definitely better in past years, but
it was okay. The NAB, on the other hand,
oh my lord,
love.
Oh my god, it was so good. Like, there were so many things. We learned so much. There were so many different booths. Like, I think we were there for 4.5 hours, and I guarantee you we didn't even get through half of it.
No. And it was spread between two gigantic rooms.
Gigantic.
I mean, companies from Wide Orbit that we use here, DaVinci Resolve that we use here.
Canon
cameras, Sony cameras, Fujifilm cameras, like anything you could possibly imagine. There's things from teleprompters, audio boards, random speakers that we don't have a purpose for, but yet we stayed at the booth for 15 minutes because it was so interesting.
And we took Rick back.
Yeah, we took Rick back to be like, look at this.
No way would we ever use it. I don't even know what normal person would use it. It was just dope.
Cool. It's new technology.
Yeah.
So I think that in the grand scheme of things, I learned more on that tech floor than I did in the sessions. Even through talking through the sales rep and people within the booth, they tell you how other schools and professionals and companies are using their equipment.
Absolutely.
And that lets you in on a lot on where the industry is at and where it's headed technological wise.
Yeah.
And even, like, they'll just obviously teach you about how to use it, what it's meant to do, what it can do, how it can benefit you. And that's also very cool because it's applying that real life.
Right. It was definitely really nice getting to see all these different things and talking to the sales rep like Ashley talked about. It definitely made me feel really adult.
It did, because they didn't, I mean, obviously they saw us as students because we had, like, these lanyards that said where we're from and that we're students, basically. But on all of our lanyards with our names and all of that, it had a QR code that all of these people can scan, and it'll take them to your name and your contact information. So I know Jackson, he was looking at a teleprompter. In order for this company with the teleprompter to get in touch with him, they scanned his QR code, and it was like, we'll reach out, we'll talk about it, we'll see what your budget is, we'll see, like, we'll work through the logistics of everything. So even though you are a student, they are willing to work with you because they know that you are heavily involved in your school's program,
right? And
that goes miles too.
Absolutely.
So I felt like an adult, but
I would personally have to rate it like an 8 or 9 out of 10, strictly, like, mostly for the tech floor, because that was awesome.
I'm gonna rate them separately. I think Specifically, NAB Tech Floor, 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
BEA Tech Floor, we'll say a 4, just because I didn't know a lot of the companies there to where I was like, don't care. And then the sessions, I would probably rate them about a 6. Because I wish there was a little bit more variety with what we were able to go to. Because about 70% of it was AI, which is getting to be important. But I wish that there was a little more of my niche.
Right. 100% agree.
But what's next?
The next topic is something that, for the UINDY Studios team, kind of correlates with one another when we're at the conference. And that is Bagel Mania. Stay tuned for that.